If you're new to acoustics or need a refresher on the basics of sound, this is for you. We dive deeper in the fundamental concepts of sound, including sound waves, frequencies, sound amplitudes, and sound wavelengths. Let's go. First of all, understanding sound and sound waves. Sound originates from vibrating objects in different mediums like liquids, solids, and gases. In air, the vibrations cause air particles to move back and forth, creating compressions and rarefactions. Compression occurs when the particles bunch together, which creates a high pressure, and rarefaction relates to the air particles moving apart, which creates a low pressure. And these alternating fluctuations create the sound we hear. Sound waves are called longitudinal waves, which means that the air particles move in the same direction as the vibrations created. In air, sound travels at roughly 343 meters per second. Now, understanding wavelengths in sound waves. Wavelengths correspond to the distance between two compressions or two rarefactions, roughly. And typically, the wavelength is measured in meters. Now understanding amplitude. Sound amplitude reflects the change in pressure from the vibrations. Put simply, it relates to the number of air particles involved in the vibration process. A sound with a greater amplitude would be perceived louder, so a higher volume, and a sound with a lower amplitude will be perceived quieter, with a lower volume. For example, a whisper is usually recorded at 30 dB. A concert might be recorded at 100 or 120 dB, or higher sometimes. Now, frequencies. Frequencies are measured in Hertz, and they correspond to the speed of sound divided by the wavelengths. So they're inversely proportional to the wavelengths, which means shorter wavelengths lead to high frequencies, and large wavelengths lead to low frequencies. Higher frequencies create high pitches, and low frequencies create low pitches, therefore bass. And the audible range of a normal human being is generally between 20 Hz and 20,000 Hz. But this is the perfect representation. Natural sounds are made of loads of different frequencies at different amplitudes, and generally a source has its own spectrum, so its own number of frequencies with a certain amplitude. Every source has its unique timbre, like any instrument, and it links very closely to their individual spectra.